is heating up. So my best wishes once again to all the teams. Mind you, I have to reiterate this. Only the winning team from here onwards will go to the next round. And the next round is no less than the national finale, going to be made for a national television channel. And mind you, besides that, the winning team of the national finale is going to get a cool 1 lakh rupees. GST part, I'm not sure, but 1 lakh rupees. So let's clap for IIBF for arranging all of that. Thank you very, very much, IIBF. All right, so all the best. Let's go on to the next round, which I call Money Wise. Money Wise. As the name of the round again suggests, it's a round which is specific to money, currency, banking, and things related to banking. But we have kept it non-technical in nature because the idea of a quiz is not to do a technical quiz, right? But it is somehow connected to the world of banking and finance. The rules of the game still the same. 15 points because this is from your domain. So we are going to up the stake. It's not on 10, but on 15. 15 points if you get it right. If you don't, there are no buzzers involved. It's a normal round. 15 if you're right. If you're not, we move on to the next neighboring team. Clear? All the teams? All the best. First question to Axis Bank. Here it comes on the screen. All right. This is your question. A long one, but a very short answer. And that's a clue. The answer is short and that's a clue. Despite being written in the uppercase, the present name of this company is not an acronym, but was chosen because its name can be pronounced easily by people speaking any language in the world. So they wanted to go international and they asked an agency to find a simple enough name to be pronounced by anybody. Anybody, people belonging to any religion, any languages, it's very easy to pronounce. And the first name that they thought was Elan, but later it was dropped because Elan is the French word which means from where a moose or an elk lives. Hence the name was changed from Elan to its present name. The present name is very short. It's a French giant, French financial giant that I'm talking about. What is the name of the French financial giant? Yes, this is to Team Axis. Axis is also very easy to pronounce. But that's not the answer, by the way. Quick answer is what I expect from Team 1. Take a guess, there are no negatives. Easy to pronounce, short name. Do we have an answer from you, Axis? I don't think I can give you any more time. Moving on to SBI. Take a guess.
BNP?
BNP, also easy to pronounce, but not the right answer. Moving on to OBC. BNP is easy to pronounce, but the other part of the name is not that easy. Paribas. People call it Paribas, but it's pronounced as Paribas. Yes.
Just a guess, RBS.
Just a guess, RBS. You are all thinking on the right track. It's not RBS. Moving on to SBI Dehradun. DBS. None of them are French. Moving on to RBI.
AXA, AXA.
AXA. Again, easy to pronounce. They are French. And, ladies and gentlemen, that's the right answer. Well done. Let's clap for them. AXA. AXA. In India, they have some collaboration with Bank of India. BOI, AXA. Okay, so 15 points to RBI. And now let's move on to the next question, which is going to be a direct for SBI New Delhi. Here comes your question. One of my favorites. This is an advertisement by the Union Bank of India, or Union Bank rather. They are trying to promote what? The answer is somewhere in the picture itself. Just think creatively. Think creatively. Look at the picture minutely. What are they trying to promote? Union Bank through this particular advertisement. I need a 2-word or a 3-word answer. Simple enough. Don't give me long stories. You have to wait, dear. It's a direct for SBI. What are they trying to promote? Quick answer, SBI. I'll give you another 5 seconds maybe.
Women's Day?
Women's Day. No. Moving on to OBC.
Gender equality?
Gender equality. No. They are trying to promote a very essential services itself, to the bank and to the banking community. SBI.
Pension.
Pension. No, it's not pension. Please don't give me two answers, only one answer.
Joint account.
Joint account. Mahatma Gandhi is with his wife. Joint accounts. Ladies and gentlemen, this team is really, really good. Well done, joint accounts. Wonderful answer. Let's have a look at the answer, joint accounts. And it would be a shame if all of us do not clap for that answer. All of us should clap loudly for that answer. Well done, joint accounts. So the answer was somewhere in the picture itself. Gandhi along with his wife, so joint accounts. All right, next one is a direct for team 3. Here it comes. And this is again, this question is fit enough to be asked at the national finale, but I'm asking it here. Now I'm talking about a fixing. We've all heard about match fixing, but this is a fixing of a different nature. You have to tell me what kind of fixing am I talking about. Now this fixing happens daily twice. Sometime at around 12 in the noon and later sometime at 3 p.m., 3 to 3:30 p.m. Some fixing happens. These days the proceedings take place over the phone, and the participants of this fixing are Barclays Bank, the Bank of China, Bank of Communications, Goldman Sachs, HSBC, JP Morgan Chase, Morgan Stanley, and Societe Generale, amongst others. And the meeting, as I'm talking about, the meeting ends with a particular phrase. The phrase is, there are no flags and we are fixed. What is thus fixed? Every day, twice. I've given you the name of the participants who are participants in this fixing. What is being fixed? It has nothing to do with cricket fixing, mind you.
Sir, actually, it's a guess.
Yeah, please take a guess.
Sir, these superpowers divided China equally at the time.
Okay.
So I think.
So they are fixing China. Nobody fixes China. They are the big brother.
They are fixing their areas,
Okay,
which they.
I was just trying to make a joke out of it. It's okay. No points. Moving on to the ladies.
Libor, London Interbank offered rate.
Once again.
London Interbank offered rate, Libor. Like
No. Moving on to RBI, who I believe has the right answer.
I think that is gold fixing for LBMA.
गोल्ड फिक्सिंग तो गोल्ड का प्राइस क्या होगा हटे हम लोग गोल्ड खरीदते हैं लेकिन गोल्ड का प्राइस क्या होगा कौन फिक्स करता है There are no flags. We are fixed. So the gold price, ladies and gentlemen, this team is incredibly good. Well done. 15 points. This is how the gold prices are fixed. This is at the London Bullion, which is then as a cue taken on by the FedEx and then of course by other international markets in Singapore and so forth in India. Fixing of the gold price. Let's have a look at the answer. And these are incredibly tough questions to actually frame. So if you think that you like the questions, you can afford a clap for the question also in a while. Because I have nothing to do with banking as such. Alright, moving on to question number 4, which is the direct for the ladies. Here it comes. This should be simple enough. Talking about currencies and currency value. Mind you, the question is a little tricky. Ladies, hear me out loudly and clearly. The question is a little tricky. I'm talking about by value. The most traded currencies of the world by value, of course, is the US dollar, followed by the euro, which is the third. By value, not by volume, by value. That's my question.
Chinese currency renminbi.
That would have been obvious. That is not the right answer. It's not the Chinese yuan. Moving on to RBI, who deal with a lot of currencies on a daily basis.
Real currency.
Real currency, of course. It's not a cryptocurrency.
Japanese yen.
The Japanese yen. If it's not the Chinese, it has to be the Japanese. Why? Because the Japanese is where all the money and the power is. Didn't I say? Watch out for this team. Ladies and gentlemen, they are right once again. 15 points, the Japanese yen. Let's have a look at the answer on screen. The Japanese yen. The Chinese currency, to your surprise and to many of your surprises, is number 7 on the list. Is number 7 in terms of value. Alright, so 15 points to RBI once again. And next up, RBI is your direct. So you can pick up another 15 points. Let's have a look at their question, please. This is interesting. This is very interesting. I'll stand in the way once again because I like telling stories, isn't it? So the story is this. The Union Budget of India, until last few years it has been changed, but since independence till the middle part of 2000s, every year the Union Budget was presented exactly at 5:30 p.m. Though the parliament convened early in the morning, but the budget itself was presented at 5:30 p.m. Why 5:30 p.m.? Why that time? Why do you think the union budget of all the things would be presented at that time? It's very logical if you think. Think logically, you'll arrive at the right answer. And it's no mathematics, it's simple logic. Why do you think the union budget for the first 60-65 years was presented exactly at that time? It was broken in the year 2001 by the then finance minister, Yashwant Sinha. Yes, RBI?
The markets used to be closed by that time, and the next day when the markets opened.
Okay, so the markets would not sway any further after the budget was.
Next day when the markets
Makes
used
sense.
to open.
Makes sense, but not the right answer. The answer is something more. Well, I don't want to drop hints since I've already got an answer. So, but the answer is much more logical actually. Nothing technical in nature. Nothing technical. Axis, what do you think is the story? Why at 5:30 p.m.? Can't give you any more time, be quick. Look proactive.
Constitution
Constitution is what? It was written at 5:30?
final maybe a presentation of this
No, nothing to do with the Constitution. Moving on to SB and New Delhi.
So the budget was presented earlier prior to independence. At the time when, at this point of time, the parliament used to open in London.
So that was 12 p.m. there. So 12 p.m. वहाँ पे GMT का मतलब यहाँ पे 5:30. So it was set according to the London time
Yes.
because the Britishers used to rule us. Ladies and gentlemen, incredible answer. 15 points. What an answer! And did I say simple logic? Simple logic because it was said as per the British Parliament. Because the budget at the British Parliament was presented when the Parliament convened. That was 12 and 12 GMT would mean 5:30 here. Well answered. I wish I could give you more points, but I can't. I can only afford 15 points. So let's clap for them once again, shall we? Well done. All right. I don't want to waste my other questions, Gaurav. So skip them quickly. Skip them quickly so that nobody sees the question. Quickly. Okay. Let's go back to the. I can stand here now. Yeah. Done. I can use some of those questions in my other rounds, right? All right, so we are done with the first 4 rounds. 3 more rounds remain. And let me tell you, as a presenter, well, it's disheartening to not have an audience, but nevertheless, the idea is to be fun. Because all of you are busy with your everyday banker's life, we didn't want to hassle you with, bombard you with information which is irrelevant, neither interesting. So we have tried to keep some rounds. The rounds itself are new. You wouldn't have seen these rounds anywhere else before in a quiz. And that I can guarantee. This is an innovation that we have brought in the world of quizzing. Next round, let's go to just listed. I want to explain that to you. All right. Now listen to each word I say very, very carefully. To all the 5 teams up here on stage. Questions do not pass. So if I'm asking a question to team 1, the rest of the 4 teams can relax and think about Baba Ramdev once again, right? Now, what we do in this round is, all of you have seen KBC, right? There are 4 options to each question. Well, I thought of turning that concept on its head. Why only 4? Let's give us 8 options. I've given you 8 of them. And I'm not mad. Out of the 8, 5 are correct. 5 options are correct. 3 are incorrect. All that you have to do is identify those 5 correct options. Now here are the scoring pattern. With each correct identification, you get 5 points, which means there are total 5 correct answers, a total of 25 points. But if you get all of them correct, which is a full house, I give you a bonus of another 5 points. For identifying all the 5 answers correctly, you get 30 points. Here is the downside. Your gameplay stops the moment you give me a wrong answer. So technically, if your first option itself is wrong, you get a laddu. You don't get any points. But if you're right, you can get a maximum of 30 points. If that wasn't tough enough, you have a whole of 1 minute only to do that. I'm going to clock you down to 1 minute. So let's say if the question is films or names of films where Shah Rukh Khan acted. So I'll give you 8 names. 5 of them are correct, 3 are incorrect. You'll have to choose one by one. 1 minute is a long time actually because we do this regularly. So I have clocked myself on it. So 1 minute is a very long time. Take your time, pace it well. Alright, so all the best to all the teams. This time, no, we are going to begin with team 1 only. I was thinking of changing the direction, but maybe we'll do that in the next round. So we'll start with Axis Bank once again. I hope all of you have understood the concept of the round. Pace your time well. That's the basic strategy behind this round. Okay, all the best. Here comes your first question on the screen. Match the directors with their Bollywood debut movies. And your time starts now. Rajkumar Hirani, his first movie, do you think it's Mission Kashmir, Arbaz Khan, Dabang 2, Ayan Mukherjee, Wake Up Sid, Amir Khan? You should start giving answers. You are down by 10 seconds, by the way.
Amir Khan, Tare Zameen Par.
Let's start with Amir Khan, Tare Zameen Par, fourth option. If you're right, you will get, that will turn into green. Well done, 5 points. Move on.
Prabhu Deva Wanted.
Prabhu Deva Wanted. Let's click Prabhu Deva Wanted. Is correct, 10 points. Go on.
Then Ayan Mukherjee, Wake Up Sid.
Ayan Mukherjee and Wake Up Sid, option 3.
Arbaz
Well
Khan,
done,
Dabang
15.
2.
Arbaz Khan, Dabang 2. Let's see if you're right. Well done, only one more to go. You have enough time. Come on. Take your time. You have about 30 seconds roughly. No, 25 seconds roughly. Take your time. Please do not prompt from the audience. Please do not do that. 15 seconds. Only one more to go.
Zoya Akhtar, Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara.
Zoya Akhtar, the last one. Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara. Let's click. That's wrong. But ladies and gentlemen, they picked 20 points for themselves. Well done. 20 points for Axis Bank. Let's click the other ones so you know which are the right one. Rajkumar Hirani, Kabir Khan and Zoya Akhtar were the wrong answers and the other 5 were right. Shall we clap for them once again, please? Well done. 20 points is not a bad start. Alright, now moving on to SBI. Here comes your question on the screen. Man of the match in World Cup finals, and your time starts now. Kapil Dev, Mahendra Singh Dhoni, Gautam Gambhir, James Faulkner, Clive Lloyd, Wasim Akram, Mohinder Ramannath, Brian Lara. Your time down by 5 seconds. Start answering. 10 seconds down.
Mahendra Singh Dhoni.
MS Dhoni. Let's click MS Dhoni. Is correct. 5 points.
Clive Lloyd.
Clive Lloyd. Option 5. Is right. Move
Wasim
on.
Akram.
Wasim Akram. Is right. 15 points.
Mohinder Amarnath.
Mohinder Amarnath. Is right. One more to go. Only one more to go. Kapil Dev, Gautam Gambhir, James Faulkner, Brian Lara.
James Faulkner.
James Faulkner. Option 4. Somebody is clapping already. Well done, and full house. 30 points. 30 points to SBI. 30 well-deserved points. Let's click the other 3 so the audience knows that I'm not making this up. The other 3 were incorrect. Yeah, so those are the incorrect answers. Ladies and gentlemen, huge round of applause once again for SBI. They picked 30 points for themselves. Yeah, liking it? Liking this round? Okay. Let me give you a clue about your question. Don't go to the question, by the way. What's your question? Let me see. Because I want to give you 30 points. Okay, your question is names of yoga poses practiced in Iceland. I'm joking, yaar. Let's go to the question. Let's go to the question. Countries which have hosted the modern Olympic Games more than twice. Your time starts now, Team 3. China, Brazil, US, France, Canada, South Korea, Italy, Japan.
USA,
Let's start with USA. Option 3 is correct. Go on.
Japan,
Japan. Let's click Japan. The last one is correct. Moving on. Team 3. 2 down. 3 more to go.
South Korea,
South Korea. Let's click South Korea. South Korea is incorrect. Can we take that to an audience? Any audience member who wants to take? Karaoke, please. Yes.
China or
No, wait. To our audience member.
China and Brazil.
China, one at a time, yeah? China. Let's start with China. No, you don't get any points. Let's click the other ones. Let's click the other ones. Let's click the other ones. Yes. So those are the right answers. Team number 3 they get 2 right, so they get 10 points. 10 points. Let's clap for them, please. Let's clap for them. Let me see, what do I have in store for the girls? Easy one. Easy one. Alright. Your time will only start once I'm done reading the question. Okay? Once I have completed the question, your time will start. Let's go to the question, please. Pepsi spokespersons in India. Your time starts now. Current or past? Current or past? Both.
The ones who featured in the
Yes,
Pepsi,
yes.
Mahima Chaudhary.
Asking question to a quiz master, not a good idea. Mahima Chaudhary, click. Is correct.
Fardeen Khan.
Fardeen Khan. Out of all the people, Fardeen Khan. And you are right.
Shahid Kapoor.
Shahid Kapoor. Let's click Shahid Kapoor. Number 5. Number 5. Shahid Kapoor.
Rani Mukherjee.
Rani Mukherjee. Let's click Rani Mukherjee. These girls know their Pepsis and Coca-Cola as well. Alright. You are just 20 seconds down. You have 40,
Karan
50
Johar.
seconds.
Karan Johar.
Karan Johar. Let's click Karan Johar. No. It's not Karan Johar. Let's click the other ones. They've got 4 correct. Let's clap for them. They get 20 points. 4 correct. Okay, so these are all, yes, he has switched to Coke later. He used to appear for Pepsi earlier. Alright, let's go to the next question. This is for Team 5. Countries which have more than 3 time zones. 3 time zones. Your time starts now. RBI.
Russia.
Russia. Let's click Russia. Is correct.
Canada.
Canada. They are thinking logically and very well, I might add. They are thinking very well. Brazil. Let's click Brazil. They are thinking about the size of the country. Well done. 2 more to go. You have to choose between Chile, South Africa. Sorry? UK. United Kingdom. The last one. United Kingdom. Only 1 more left. You have enough time. You have enough time. Only 1 more to go. If you get 1 more right, you get 30 points. Quick. $15 more seconds actually.
South Africa.
South Africa. After a long pause, they say something South Africa is incorrect. But they get 20 points. Let's clap for them as well. Japan was wrong. Mexico was right. Chile was wrong. If US does something, Mexico does it even better, or so they say. So I had to Mexico. Alright. So ladies and gentlemen, if you thought the concept of the round worked, so let's give a cheers to the concept of the round itself. Alright, lots of teams scored. If I'm not mistaken, 2 teams got full points, isn't it? Or it is 1 team got. So let's see at the end of this round where the teams stack up. Let's have a look at the balance sheet. It's going to come in a while. I'm going to take a very short 10-second breather and you can have a look at the score. Ladies and gentlemen, 10 points, opening 10 points for SBI, painted by Porters, or the President of the United States. Here comes the answer on your screen. And those are the painters, well, both known for their high IQ. And, well, let's move on to the next one. 10 points for team number 2, by the way, State Bank of India, New Delhi. Next question is coming up for OBC. Here is your question. Right, I'm going to simplify that for you. You don't have to scan through the entire text. I'm going to simplify it for you. Just listen to me. I'm going to make it very, very simple. I'm talking about caves. Caves in India, right? Now, of the top 10 longest and deepest caves in India, of the top 10, mind you, 9 of them are in a particular state. While the 10th one, I have given you the name of the state, the 10th one is in Mizoram. But 9 of them are in a particular state. And in that state, many, many caving expeditions take place. Some of them are called caving in the abode of the clouds. So which state in India am I talking about? Just have to give me the name of the state. Of the top 10 longest, deepest caves, 9 of them are in this particular state. Which state? OBC? Yeah, there are lots of clues. Jaintia Hills and all of that. Meghalaya. Megh ka matlab abode of the clouds. Hence Meghalaya. Ladies and gentlemen, let's clap for them. Well done, 10 points. Meghalaya, of course, abode of the clouds, and those are the caves in Meghalaya. Next time you go to Shillong and all those places, there are some lovely, lovely caves. I've done some caving myself there. Now, moving on to the ladies for the first time. Here comes your question on the screen. Alright, I'm again going to simplify it for you. So, forget reading all that, yeah? I'm going to make it simple for you. Now, there is this gentleman called Zishan Kadri. What he did was, I'm going to stand in the way so that you can't read the question. Yeah? Still you can. Alright. But listen to me, I'm going to make it very simple. So there is a gentleman called Zishan Kadri. From his early childhood, he was very, very interested in acting in movies. If not acting, then somehow connected with movies. So what he did was, he was staying at a particular small little town somewhere in eastern India. And he started jotting down his daily life that he was facing in his town. He kept on writing about it, about the small town that he came from. One fine day, he made a long diary out of it over the years. Then one fine day, he met a gentleman who was about to shoot a film. So he gave this script to him saying, this is my life story. Look, this town is very unique. So this is my life story. He gives it to this director, and the director likes the script so much that not only he decides to make a movie out of it, but this person is also taken as an actor in the movie. So give me the name of his hometown, which also becomes part of the name of the movie itself.
The film is Gangs of Wasipur.
It's not working loudly.
The film is Gangs of Wasipur.
And the town is Wasipur,
Right.
somewhere near to Dhanbad.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, these teams are really, really good. 10 points to the ladies. Well done. Let's have a look at the answer on screen. Wasipur, and the person in question was Anurag Kashyap. Obviously, Gangs of Wasipur, one of my favorite movies. Now moving on to the RBI team for the direct question, which is going to come up on the screen shortly. Here it comes. This is an iconic photograph of a US President, Lyndon B. Johnson. Now the question is pretty simple actually. First part of the question, RBI, is where was this picture taken? By where, I need a very specific place. Where was this picture taken? And what is so unique about the picture? So this is the only one in the history of US presidents, the only one of its kind. Lyndon B. Johnson is shown somewhere in a very specific place. Why this photograph? What is happening? Look carefully at the lady, that might give you a clue. Yes, RBI, may I have your answer please?
It's a guess. I think it's after Kennedy's assassination. This is Air Force One.
Oh my God. So you say the photograph was taken inside an aircraft, the Air Force One.
Yes.
And this was right after JFK's assassination. So basically there is a protocol. The moment a US president remits office by means of some unnatural circumstances, like as in the case of assassination of JFK, so immediately somebody has to take over as the next president. He was on board a plane. Now this is the story that you might like. He was not on Air Force One then, because that wasn't Air Force One. But as per protocol, the moment a president travels in any aircraft, that by default becomes Air Force One. So ladies and gentlemen, which means this is the only president of India to have taken oath. He's taking oath as the president inside Air Force One. Lovely answer. Let's clap for that. 10 points. Wonderful answer. Let's have a look at the answer on screen. Lyndon B. Johnson, the US president, taking oath right after the assassination of JFK. Wonderful, wonderful answer. So we had 6 questions because we were expecting all the 6 teams to come in. So what I'm going to do is, next question, I'm going to pose that as an audience question. First, I'll go to the audience because we have some lovely prizes courtesy IRBF. Thank you very much. If they can answer, well and good. If they can't, I'm going to come back to the teams on stage, not for points, but to give you a prize. Let's go to the next question, please. Next is an audience question. All right, so this is something new. You have to give me the name of the railways or the trail itself, based on Pandit Deen Dayal Upadhyay's concept of rise of the last person, or in other words, rise of the common man. These are new trains that have been launched this year, which is completely unreserved. तो आपको इसका reservation करवाने की ज़रूरत है नहीं. You don't need to reserve your tickets. What is the name given to this train? The first of this service was started between Ernakulam and Howrah in March of this year. What is the name given to such trains? Pura unreserved hai. Anybody in the audience? Sorry? Humsafar is a good guess. Can we give him a prize? That's not the right answer, by the way. That's not the right answer, but we are going to give you a prize nevertheless. All right, let's clap for sir from IRBF for trying that one. Anybody up here in the...
Antyodaya Express.
Once again.
Antyodaya Express.
Antodaya Express. Ladies and gentlemen, let's clap for them. They don't get any points, but that's the right answer. So the idea is Antodaya, matlab ant ke person ka uday, Antodaya. Let's have a look at the answer. Can I get a prize, please?
Yeah.
Let me give it to them. Don't worry, my people are there. Okay, you'll get a prize. Both of you gave the answer. I have no clue what's in there, but whatever is there, if it is a cup, if it is a mug, you can take the handle, you can give rest of the things to State Bank of India. Right. Or the wrapper looks nice, you can share. Alright, so that about does it for the first round of the quiz. I'm not going to show the scores right away because still early days. We are going to show the scores after the end of the second round. Can we go to the second round quickly? Let's go to the second round. I have another audience question, so we can skip that and go to the next round. So next round, what do we have? Alright, I love this round. I call this round the Incredible India. Let's go to Incredible India, please. As the name of the round itself suggests, all questions lead to India, Indians, or Indianness. So everything would be as... It's not on the buzzer here. Let's reset the buzzer, please. Reset the buzzer, please. Yes. Your fingers are twitching, I understand. Alright. Not to mind. Here is the scoring pattern. It's again very simple. 10 points if you get it right. If you don't, not to worry. We move on to your next neighboring team, which is towards your left. Okay? All the best once again to all the teams. All the teams are scoring, which is good. Team Axis Bank, here comes your question on the screen. Simple one. People from down south would find this ridiculously simple. This is one of those classical dance forms. आपको इस dance form का नाम बताना है बस. So out of the 8 classical dance forms as recognized by the Sangeet Natak Academy, 2 come from the state of Kerala. Mind you, I'm talking about the state of Kerala. 2 of them come from Kerala. I've given you the name of one of them, which is Kathakali. If one of them is Kathakali, which is this one? I'll give you some time to ponder upon your answers. If one of them is Kathakali, give me the name of the other classical dance form which emanates from the state of Kerala. Yes, Axis Bank, do we have an answer?
Bharatnatyam.
Bharatnatyam is incorrect. Moving on to State Bank of India.
Yakshagan.
No, that's a very good guess. I'm very happy that you know that name. Moving on to OBC.
Sir, Kuchipudi.
Kuchipudi does not look like Kuchipudi.
Mohiniyattam.
Mohiniyattam, the girls had to know that. Let's clap for them. Mohiniyattam, wonderful answer. 10 points. Let's go to the answer, please. 10 points for SBI Dehradun. Please don't give SBI New Delhi's point to SBI Dehradun. Huh? Don't do that. Rather, we are rooting for the girls, so you can give them extra points. No, please don't do that. Alright, moving on to the next question. Question number 2, which is going to be for SBI New Delhi this time. Let's see what do we have in store for you. I love this question. You know, sometimes there are questions which are favorites of quiz masters, which means 2 things. 1, the question is good enough. 2, it's bad news for the teams because generally that's tough. This is one of them. I'm talking about the largest source of employment in India. Mind you, I'm talking about the sector. So don't tell me Indian Railways because railways is not a sector. So if agriculture is the largest source of employment in India, which is the second largest, I'll be very happy if I get a direct answer from SBI.
Services.
Service sector is incorrect. Moving on. Then it wouldn't have been my favorite. Moving on, because that would have been obvious.
Textile sector.
Textiles. Moving on to SBI.
IT sector.
IT sector. RBI.
MSME.
MSME.
Diamond and jewelries.
That's not a sector. No.
Policy.
Okay, I'm done with all of them. I'm not going to tell you if any one of you is right at this point in time, but let me first go to the audience. Audience, what do you think? Banking. Acha. Haan. Construction. Any other guesses? Sir, any other guesses?
Hotel industry.
You are not allowed to give 2 answers, huh? You did not do too well in the online elimination, by the way.
Manufacturing.
Sir, any guesses, sir? I'm looking for the name of the sector. Take any guess. No, you can't give 2 answers. Only one answer. Infra, no. I've actually got the right answer from one of the teams. OBC. What was your answer once again on the microphone? You cannot change your answer, dear.
Textile sector.
They said textiles. Ladies and gentlemen, when we talk about India, somehow we forget the textile sector, which is the second largest employment generator in the country. Ladies and gentlemen, huge round of applause for OBC. They were about to change their answer to manufacturing. Thank God you didn't do that. Let's have a look at the answer. 10 points, by the way, to team number 3. Please don't do that. You would have lost 10 points. Alright, next question again is for team 3. Team 3, it's your direct now. Let's go to the question on the screen. Not a bad question to be asking. Now, if you were to consider a zeroth ball, what is a zero ball? Basically, you did a wide, your delivery, your first ball itself was a wide, but you got a wicket on the wide ball. So basically, you did not bowl anything, but you got a wicket. Hence, he becomes the only cricketer till now in T20 history to have got a wicket on zero balls. I'm talking about his career. Can you guess? I mean, somebody starting his career and getting a batsman of the caliber of Kevin Peterson out without bowling a legal delivery. Who is this cricketer? Very, very famous cricketer. This is your direct. All of you know this person. Very famous personality. Okay, this is just the zonal finals. In the national finale, of course, I'm not going to be that charitable to you, but I can afford that now. I'm going to give you an additional clue. Indian cricketer. The answer is an Indian cricketer. Getting somebody out on zeroth ball. Yes.
Ravichandran Ashwin.
Ravichandran Ashwin. No. It's not that easy. Otherwise, I wouldn't have given the clue. SBI. Think out of the box. Think out of the box. Don't think about common names. Think out of the box. Common names as in common bowlers is what I mean. Name is of course common.
Srishant?
Srishant. No. It's not Srishant. RBI.
Virat Kohli.
Virat Kohli as a bowler, getting Kevin Peterson out on a zeroth ball. Ladies and gentlemen, as of now, that's been the answer of the day. Huge round of applause for RBI, Virat Kohli. Let's have a look at the answer. 10 points to RBI. Virat Kohli also sometimes takes few wickets. Well done to RBI. Next up is a direct question for Team 4, SBI. Let's have a look at your question. Coming up on the screen shortly. Alright, should be very, very easy. I'm looking for the name of a palace. Mind you, the answer would be the name. The name of the palace, if you translate that, it literally means mirror on the sky. And the design, you don't want me to complete, fair enough. SBI should be easy.
I think it's Falaknuma Palace.
You think absolutely perfectly well. Well done. Falaknuma Palace. Falaknuma means mirror on the sky. 10 points to State Bank of India. Ladies and gentlemen, I know we are not great in numbers right now, but all of us can appreciate whenever some team gives the right answer. So let's applaud the girls once again. Wonderful answer there. Falaknuma Palace was the abode of the Nizams of Hyderabad for a long, long time. Well done. And now we move on to Team RBI for their direct question. Here it comes on the screen. The Barren Island. Now the Barren Island is somewhere in South Asia, is also an active volcano, thereby making it South Asia's only active volcano. Due to this reason, it has become kind of a tourist attraction. My simple question is, where is it located? By where, please don't tell me the name of the country. I need you to be more specific than that. Where is this located?
Andaman and Nicobar.
Andaman and Nicobar. This team is really good. 10 points once again. RBI Chandigarh. This is located at the southern tip of the Andaman Islands. Alright, so we are done. Please get the scores ready. I want the scores to be displayed shortly. So teams are really doing very, very well. So let's clap once again. Let's clap. You can clap for yourself. My both hands are engaged. I cannot clap, but my good wishes are with you nevertheless. Alright. So very quickly, why not do something? We still have lots of prizes to give away. As we get this course ready, let me ask an audience question. Alright, let me think of something. Let this be fun. All of you like cricket, right? Huh? You like cricket. Okay, the question is to you. What's your name, sir? And you are from? Axis Bank. Oh, you've come to cheer on this team. Well done. Well done. Okay, first to you. Now let me give you a hypothetical situation. More than a quiz question, it's a question of creative thinking and thinking correctly rather. So let's suppose there's a cricket match going on between two teams, and two teams are very, very friendly to each other, namely India and Pakistan. You get the idea, right? Alright, so let's consider India is batting, and Pakistan, of course, is bowling. And the good bowlers that they are, God forbid, let's say all the batsmen in the Indian team, they get out on the first ball itself that they face. A test match is going on. So each batsman, they get out by any means on the first ball itself that they face. So at the end of the innings, which number batsman will remain not out? You just need to think. It's not a quiz question. It's more of thinking. You understood my question, right? So at the end of the innings, which number batsman, Yasser is counting. Please do that. You know the answer. Okay, I'm going to come to you next. First to you. Take a guess. Take a guess. Quickly. Number 8. Why? Explain. Perfect. Okay, on the 6th ball, so at the end of the over, the batsman switch ends. So what was your answer? Same. Ladies and gentlemen, let's clap for both of them. Well done. And can we give them a prize, please? Not them, but him. Wonderful answer. Batsman number 8. And here are the scores. So all that you have to do is once again clap for all the teams who have scored. Axis, not to worry, there are lots of questions left. I'm sure you're going to do too well. But as of now, RBI and SBI Dehradun, they are joint leaders on 30 points apiece. Well done to both the teams. All right, let's switch back to the questions. Let's switch back to the questions. We are done with 2 rounds, and I'm a stickler of timekeeping. I generally begin all my quizzes bang on time and end it bang on time. So this we are supposed to end at 4, and I'm going to end it exactly at 4. Right? So that is how it is going to go. But again, some time might be chopped up because of this team.